Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good morning and a very warm welcome to everyone to yet another session of Weekend with Wisdom. I am Manu Kashyapa from Advaita Academy. Let us begin with a small prayer. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Sarvatma Sarvadrugyoso Sarvadhyasa Nirasakrit Satatam Sannidhattam Me Hridaye Paramashivaha. I welcome you all to yet another session of Weekend with Wisdom. Today, we have a very special guest, Swamini Satyavrtananda Saraswati ji. Mataji, I welcome you once again.
Yes.
Mataji will be speaking on the topic Bhagavad Gita Grantha Granthi Shlokas. Swamiji, thank you for accepting our invitation and joining us today. For the benefit of our viewers, I would like to introduce Swamini ji. Swamini Satyavrtananda Saraswati is the disciple of Swami Dayananda Saraswati and Swami Paramarthananda Saraswati. She has studied Vedanta Shastra under traditional scholars and acharyas for over 12 years. She has also studied Samskrita, Nyaya, Mimamsa, Sankhya and Yoga under Vedic scholars. Swamini ji, after her Vedantic studies, took up the teaching of Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and Prakarana Granthas in English and Telugu for the past 30 years in Chennai, and she has recently concluded the entire Brahma Sutra Bhashya classes. She has been propagating the Vedic knowledge by following the footsteps of her gurus based on Vedic tradition. Many Jnana Yajnas have been conducted by Pujya Swamini ji at Nellore, Guntur and Chennai. Today, Mataji will be speaking on the topic Bhagavad Gita Grantha Granthi Shlokas. So I would like to quote Swamini ji about the Grantha Granthi Shlokas before we begin directly. There is a story told that when Vyasa was planning to write the Mahabharata, he wanted to dictate the epic to a person who could write quickly, but no human being could take dictation from Vyasa because his mind was so quick and clear. He just reeled out the verses and no one could hope to keep up with him. So he invoked Bhagavan Ganesha and asked him to write. Ganesha agreed on one condition, that Vyasa would not stop dictating once he began. Vyasa agreed, but he also had one condition, that Ganesha should understand everything he said. Agreeing to this condition, Ganesha pulled out one of his tusks, sharpened it, and with it wrote down Vyasa's Mahabharata on palm leaves. That is why Lord Ganesha is portrayed as having only one tusk. In Mahabharata, we will find simple descriptive verses and 8,800 profound technical verses with different meanings known as Grantha Granthi Shlokas. The reason Vyasa did this was so that he could have a breather, because Ganesha understood so easily what was being written. Vyasa had to give out a difficult verse whenever he wanted a break. If we count these verses, then we can find out how many times he stopped. By the time Ganesha figured out the meaning, Vyasa had his time out and was ready to begin again. So in this Weekend with Wisdom, we are going to see 4 such Grantha Granthi Shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. Mataji, thank you so much for joining. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Sadashivasamārambhāṃ Shankarācārya-madhyamāṃ Asmadācārya-paryantām Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayiniim Amba Tvāmanusandadhāmi Bhagavad Gīte Bhavadveshini. ग्रन्थग्रन्थिं तदा चक्रे मुनिर्गूढकुतूहलात् यस्मिन् प्रतिज्ञया प्राह मुनिर्द्वैपायनस्त्विदम् अष्टौ श्लोकसहस्राणि अष्टौ श्लोकशतानि च अहं वेद्मि शुको वेत्ति संजयो वेत्ति वा न वा. These are the verses from Adi Parva of Mahabharata, verses number 80 and 81. These two verses are the source for us to get Grantha Granthi Slokas. Vyasacharya knit the knots of compositions in Mahabharata. Totally 1 lakh verses are there. Among 1 lakh verses, 8,800 verses are Grantha Granthi Slokas. In Bhagavad Gita, we find 4-5 verses such Granthi Slokas. Very, very difficult to discover, to recognize the meaning. Words are appearing in the sloka. The meaning is in-depth meaning. It has an analysis we find out. Now, in our 4 sessions, I am going to take 4 slokas. In this session, first session, 1 sloka from Bhagavad Gita I am going to take. Bhagavad Gita classified into 3 shatkams by Madhusudana Saraswati, one of the commentator of Bhagavad Gita. He says, first 6 chapters is 1 shatkam, middle 6 chapters come under 1 shatkam, from 13th to 18th chapter, Charma shatkam. In first shatkam, Tvampada Vichara was done. That means Mahavakya Tattvamasi is analyzed in the entire Bhagavad Gita. Tvampada Vichara done in first shatkam, especially in 2nd chapter, 4th chapter and 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Then Madhyama shatkam, Ishvara Tattvam, Tatpada Vichara was done. Tatpada Vichara, Tvam and Tat. Afterwards, in the Charma shatkam, Asipada Vichara was taken place in 13, 14, 15 chapters. Asipada Vichara. Tattvamasi Mahavakya is totally we can see in Bhagavad Gita. The Tattvamasi Mahavakyam we can find in Chandogya Upanishad, 6th chapter. So Tattvamasi, the Tvampada Vichara, in the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is known as Sankhya Yoga. In this Sankhya Yoga, Sankhya means Jnanam, knowledge. One meaning of Sankhya is knowledge or Jnana. We can call it as Jnana Yoga also. In this 2nd chapter, 2 slokas are there, Granthi slokas. 1 sloka I am going to take in this session is 16th verse. From 11th verse onwards up to 25th verse, Lord Krishna talked about Atman nature of Atma, Jiva Swarupam. The individual nature is Atma Swarupam. from Ashocyananvashocastvam. From there onwards, Lord Krishna began. And he gave in these 15 verses, from 11th to 25th verse, if you take totally 15 verses, he talks about Atma Swarupam. Atma is akarta, abhokta, nityaha, ekaha, aprameyaha, sarvagataha, akhandaha. Like that, nearly 7 features Krishna presents. That Atma Swarupam, when he is talking, in 16th verse, this Atma Swarupam is given. Nasato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sataha, ubhayorapi drishtontaha, anayostattvadarshibhihi. This 16th verse is seen as Granthi Shloka. The whole shloka is centered on the word Sat. Sat and Asat. So, to understand this shloka, we have to understand what is the meaning of Sat and what is the meaning of Asat. If you understand these two words properly, then only you can understand the whole shloka. Now let us enter into the analysis of this, the technicality of this shloka. That is, Sat means what? In the first, that shloka, first line, second quarter, Nabhavo vidyate sataha. That we will take first. Sataha abhavaha na vidyate. Sataha means what? Sat is derived from the root as dhatu. Sataha, of that, it is an existence principle, sataha. Abhavaha na vidyate. The existence will never have a non-existence. Abhavaha, non-existence will not be there. Na vidyate. So three verbs are there. Sat, sataha, abhavaha, na vidyate. Abhavaha means it will never become non-existent. The existence principle will never become non-existent. What is this existent principle? Sataha. Sat means Atma. Sat means Atma. Sat means existence. That existence will never have, that means Atma will never have non-existence. That Atma alone is called Brahman. So Brahman will never have abhava, non-existence at any time, at any period of time. Na badhyeta, na badhitam bhavati, trikale api tisthati yat tat sat. That which exists in 3 periods of time, trikale yat tisthati tat sat. That is Brahman. So that Sat, we call it as Brahman, or we call it as existence, E capital letter. That existence, Sataha, of that existence, Abhavaha, absence, na vidyate, never exist. That means what? It is eternal. The existence principle, which is Atma or which is called Brahman, always exists. It will never have any time absence. It will never have non-existence. This is the literal meaning of that second quarter of the first line. Sataha abhavaha na vidyate. Then first quarter of that shloka is Nasato vidyate bhavaha. Asataha bhavaha na vidyate. Asataha means, Sat means Atma. Asat means, again it is in sixth case, Asataha, of that non-existence. It can never have an existence. Asataha bhavaha means existence. Na vidyate, nasato vidyate bhavaha, asataha bhavaha na vidyate. So asataha means of that anatma, which is unreal. It doesn't have existence. It has got only temporary existence. That we will see. So Sat and Asat. Sat means Atma, Asat means Anatma. Atma and Anatma. Now we have got two words. From Sat and from Asat we have derived Atma and Anatma. Sati means Satyam. Satyam means Atma. Atma is that which exists all the time. That is Brahman. Asat means unreal. Anatma, that which is impermanently exist. Atma is permanently existing entity. Anatma is that is Jagat. The whole first line is presented, that is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. The second quarter of the first line is called Brahma Satyam. His word is revealed in that second quarter of the first line. Nasato vidyate bhavaha, that word tells us Jagat Mithya. So you have to reverse it. Brahma Satyam, Sataha Bhavaha, Abhavaha na vidyate means Brahman is Satyam. Brahma Satyam. Nasato vidyate bhavaha means Jagat is Mithya. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. This is the fundamental teaching of Vedanta. Fundamental teaching of our scriptures. Why I am telling scriptures? Even Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda also only for the preparation of this Vedanta only, finally. That is why this is the fundamental teaching of our scriptures. What is the fundamental teaching? Brahma Satyam. Brahman alone is real. Jagat Mithya. The world is unreal or seemingly real. When we say world is unreal, it is not easy to accept, to swallow. That is why we say world is seemingly real, apparently real. Asataha bhavaha na vidyate. It doesn't have real existence. Now let us come to the analysis of these two words. Now, existence is of three types here. We are going to see. Existence is of three types. Satyam, that which is permanently existent. Then second one is which is impermanently existent or seemingly existent, is called mithya. Mithya. Then third one is permanently non-existent. Permanently non-existent entity is called tucham. So three words you have to take. Sat, then mithya and tucham. Sat means permanently existing entity, that is Brahman. Mithya means impermanently existent entity or permanently. Permanently means seemingly existent entity, not permanently, impermanently existing asat. Impermanently existing asat is called mithya. Then third one is permanently non-existent, absolutely non-existent entity is tucham. What are the examples? For the first one, Satyam, that is permanently existent entity, that is Brahman alone is the Satya Vastu in the world. Brahman means Atma, I, the self. That is Satyam, number one. Number two, Mithya vastu is seemingly appearing. Example is world, Jagat. Jagat comes under Mithya vastu. Seemingly appearing or experientially available, seemingly available. It doesn't have permanent existence, but impermanent existence it has got. Impermanent existence. That vastu is called mithya. Then third one is tucham, like a rabbit horn. At 3 periods of time it is absent. No rabbit has got any horn. You human horn, a sky flower, they are all totally non-existent. So permanently non-existent one is tucham. Satyam, mithya and tucham. Now in this sloka, world is mithya is established. Anatma, the world, Jagat, it is asat, unreal. It is seemingly real, apparently real, experientially real, but it doesn't have real existence of its own. So you have got now what is Sat, what is Asat. Sat means real Atma, Asat means seemingly real Jagat. This Asat also of two types I said. Permanently non-existent Asat is one. Impermanently non-existent Asat is Mithya. Impermanently non-existent, that is Mithya, or impermanently existent is Mithya. Permanently non-existent is Tucham. So totally three we have got. Now leave out the Tucham. We are going to see only Mithya Jagat, that is impermanently existing entity. It is neither Sat, total existent entity, eternal existent entity. Mithya is not eternally existent, or it is not totally absent also. That is why it is Mithya is another word is used, technical word. Sad Asat Vilakshanam. Mithya. Sad Asat Vilakshanam. It is different from Sat also, it is different from Asat also. What is different from Sat and Asat? Sadasat Vilakshanam, that is Mithya. Seemingly real entity. What is that seemingly real entity? That is Jagat. World, what you are experiencing from morning to till night. Only world is Mithya, Swamini. What about body-mind complex? Our body-mind complex also included in this Mithya Jagat. Body-mind complex also included in this Mithya Jagat. So, Nasato Vidyate Bhavaha means this world doesn't have an existence of its own. Bhavaha na Vidyate. It doesn't have an existence. Asataha Bhavaha na Vidyate. World which is come under Anatma, Asat, it doesn't have real existence. Sataha abhavaha na vidyate. Brahman will never have non-existence. Brahman is permanent. Whoever knows this, second line says, Ubhayoho anayoho, anayoho ubhayoho api tattadarshivihi drishtaha, antaha drishtaha. Antaha means nirnayaha. Nirnayaha means what? Conclusion. What is the conclusion? What is real? What is that is Atma? What is Sat? Seeing Sat as Sat, real as real, Atma as Atma, and seeing Anatma, that is Asat, unreal as unreal. Ubhayoho, Anayoho, Sadasatoho. Of these two, Sadasatoho means of this Sat and Asat, whoever knows Ubhayoho, Anayoho ubhayoho api nirnayaha. Who knows clearly as it is. Sat as Sat, Asat as Asat. Seen by whom? Tattvadarshibhihi drishtaha. This is seen by wise people. Seen within brackets. Seen means what? Understood by the wise people, known by the wise people, discovered by the wise people, recognized by the wise people. Tattvadarshibhi drishtaha. Drishtaha sees, don't take it as literally. No need of seeing, there is nothing to see at all. Okay, whatever you see is drishyam only, mithya. That's why drishtaha means understood, grasped by the wise people. Now let us come to how this Jagat is false. Question will come. Vedanta is talking about Jagat is mithya, mithya, mithya. How tangibly I'm experiencing, and COVID-19 from past 2 years, people are all suffering, and because of this pandemic, and you are telling this whole world is mithya, it is like a dream. Asat chet, if world is unreal, na pratiyeta. Question comes. A Purvapakshi raise a question. Asat chet, this Jagat is asat, unreal, na pratiyeta. It would have not been experienced. But we are experiencing tangibly from morning to till night. We are all tangibly experiencing. I am not able to accept this. People raise a question. Ignorant people raise a question. Natural, genuine question. Asat chet na pratiyeta. This is the question. We put a counter question for them. We raise a counter question, not answering. We raise a counter question to that question. What? Sat chet na badhyeta. If it is real, if the world is real, as you are experiencing, if you say it is real, na badhyeta, it would have not been negated. Na badhyeta. Since it is negatable, therefore it is not real. What is negatable, it cannot come under real entity. Therefore, even though you are experiencing it, it cannot be real. It cannot be real. Ado ante cha yan nasti vartamanepi tattatha. Now let us come to example. We have made a statement. What? World is unreal. Just Vedanta teachers are all go on telling world is unreal, world is unreal. How it can be unreal? We have to establish. We have to prove Shruti Yukti Anubhava Dwara. Let us take an example, that our regular example. Pot is there. Pot is there. When we talk about this pot, regularly I show this pot. Pot is there. Now we are going to establish. First let us see Drishtanta. Then we'll go to the world. Okay. We convert the whole world into pot. Okay. Pot is there. We say. Yes, there is pot in my hand. You are all seeing. Yes, Swamini, pot is there in your hand. Pot is there. Now what you are doing here, the pot is a noun you are taking. What type of pot? That pot which is existent. Existent pot is there. So existence you are taking it as an adjective, and pot you are taking it as noun. Existent pot. This is a general convention. Everybody says this is noun, pot is a noun. Is, that isness, existence is that adjectival. So adjectival and noun, both are, you have to reverse in Vedanta. Vedanta says, this pot is there, you are telling, pot is noun, you are telling. Now Vedanta says, existence is there, in the form of pot. Now we have converted the pot noun into adjective, visheshanam. Existence, whatever you have taken as adjective, we have converted into noun. How? Existent pot. Existent pot. A pot which is existent. That existence is a noun. What type of existence? An existence sopadhika sat. Ghatarupena. That's why nirupadhika sat you cannot experience. Adjectival sat only you can experience. That existence which is manifesting in the pot form, you can experience. Then what about pot, this noun you are negating, existence you are giving noun status, and pot you are converting into adjective. This is not correct. How can you do that way? Yes, we can do that because there is no pot at all. There is no pot at all. Only clay is there. Clay alone appearing in the form of pot. Once pot was not there, adau nasti. Once it is destroyed, ante api nasti. Adau ante cha yan nasti, vartamani api tattatha. Even at present also, it is not there. Pot was not there before manufacturing. Pot is not going to be there once it is destroyed. Past and future. What about present? Vartamane api tattatha. Even at the time of your experience of that pot in your hand, that is not there. Because clay alone is there appearing. What about clay? At least clay is there. You accept clay pot. Clay pot. Clay is also not real. Clay is nothing but earth. What about earth? Earth is nothing but water. Water is nothing but fire. Fire is nothing but air. Air is nothing but akasha. Akasha is nothing but atma. Tasmadva etasmad atmanah akasha sambhuta. You know. Therefore, sanmoola manvichha. Now let us go to Chandogya. The entire shloka is based on Chandogya Upanishad. Sadeva somya idamagra asit ekameva dvitiyam. Sat eva asit. That Sat alone is real. That Sat alone in manifest form, in unmanifest form. Therefore, world is nothing but Brahman in the form of world. World is another name for Brahman. Brahman is in the form of world. World, unmanifest form is Brahman. Brahman's manifest form is world. I will repeat once again. Brahman's manifest form is world, Nama Rupa. World means universe, Jagat. Jagat, world means is what? Nama Rupa. Name and form and karma. Nama Rupa Karma. Whole entire Jagat is nothing but every object has got a form, a name and function. Including your body has got a form, name and function. This is called Sopadhikam Brahma. Sopadhikam Brahma, Upadhi Sahitam Brahma. That Brahman which is in manifesting form, that is Sopadhikam Brahma, that Sat is experienceable. Nirupadhikam Brahma, Nama Rupa Rahitam Brahma is in unmanifest form. It cannot be experienceable, it is not perceptible. Ashabdam Asparsham Arupam Avyayam. Therefore, it is not perceptible, it is not experienceable. Just as a pot is not there, really speaking, the existence of pot is the existence of clay. Existence of clay is existence of easiness. The easiness borrowed. Easiness is borrowed by the clay. The easiness, this Brahman that is called easiness, is pervading. Pot is, pen is, clip is. You say clip is, pen is. And pen also, black pen is, red pen is, blue pen is. All these are adjectives. So, sopadhika rupena, Sad Brahma, we all can experience. Really speaking, what you are experiencing is Sopadhikam Brahma only. But I am not experiencing that Satana Vastu Dwara. You have to recognize that. You have to understand it. Because that Sat is formless. Brahman, Atma, I the Sat, Atma Chaitanyam, Brahman, I am formless originally. But now I am manifesting in this body-mind complex, and I am manifesting, I am lending existence to the entire universe. I am means Lakshartha, I, the consciousness existence principle. So Sadatma, Sadabhasa outside, Chidabhasa inside. I lend existence to every object, that is called Sadabhasa. Sopadhika Sat. I lend existence to the mind to observe the pot. I am the observer of the pot. I am observer of this entire world. So that observer, I the Atma Chaitanyam, Chit, lend existence, lend consciousness to the mind, mental thoughts. So observer is inside, the Chidabhasa, I lend. Outside I lend Sadabhasa, inside I lend Chidabhasa. I, the Chit and Sat, cannot have any form. By ourselves we cannot manifest. We means what? Sateva Chit, Chitteva Sat. Existence, consciousness principle, I am able to manifest. So the Nama Rupa helps to manifest for this Sat and Chit. Sat and Chit lend existence outside Sadabhasa, inside Chidabhasa. So Sadeva Chit, Chideva Sat, observer Rupena, and existence Rupena outside. I am the existence, consciousness principle. Lend existence to the entire Namarupa Prapancha, including to this body also. To the mind, thoughts also. I lend consciousness. They borrowed consciousness from me. The mind, Antakaranam, borrows consciousness from me, and all objects borrows existence from me. Therefore, Shuddha Sat, Shuddha Chit is not available for transaction. So you have, therefore what is world is, when you say that easiness belongs to me, the Brahma Chaitanyam. I lend that existence to the world. World is another name for Brahman. Brahman alone has got another name. World is Sopadhikam Brahma. Brahman is Nirupadhikam Brahma. Pure Brahman, Shuddha Chaitanyam, Shuddha Sat is not available for transaction. Now let us go to further, next step. How you can falsify this world? Very nice to listen, but how you can falsify? Simple. How you have falsified this pot? Clay is, now let us come to Drishtanta once again. Clay is Karanam, pot is Karyam. Karyam doesn't exist independent of Karanam, that is clay. So yat yat karyam, tat tat vikari. Every karyam, every product is a vikaram, no? Modification, changing. That clay alone changed into a pot form. So karyam is not there independent of cause. Cause alone appearing as a product. Pot is karyam, product, ornaments also. Ornaments cannot exist separate from gold, karanam. Cloth cannot exist separate from that thread. Like that, many examples you can take. So, karya karana sambandha here we introduce. We introduce karyam first, that is pot, product. What is its cause? Then we introduce cause, karanam, clay. After first step, introducing the effect, karyam. First we introduce, we teach for some time. After teaching, we say, what is the cause? Clay. So we introduce the cause, clay. After introducing the cause, really speaking, effect is not separately existing. It is only vacharambhanam vikaro namadheyam mrittika ityeva satyam chandogya. Therefore, karyam is mithya. Karyam is mithya. It is only a vikara. Now, once karyam is falsified, what is the status of karanam, clay? Clay also loses its karanatvam status when I falsify the karyam. Once I say there is no pot, really, it is only a lip movement, vacharambhanam. It is only clay. Once I say the karanatvam status, causality of that clay also will be dropped. Example clear? Now let us come to the world. Whole world is like a pot. Whole world is karyam, a product, a modification, changing principle. Asat, jagat, impermanently existing mithya jagat is changing. Vibhichara swarupam is there. Variable. This is what Shankaracharya used the word. Vibhichara swarupam means that impermanently existing principle, that is mithya vastu, jagat is a vikara, modification. That is vibhichara swarupam. It is go on changing. Vibhichara swarupam. Pot is, once you break the pot, clay is. Then clay you put, make it a powder and mix in the water. What will be there? Clay also won't appear, only water will be there. Like that you go on seeing that Sanmulam, the root of that Sat. What is Sat? If you go on and on inquiring, you come to know finally Sat alone you arrive at. So easiness always will be there. Water is, pot gone, clay is. Clay, that pot pieces, once you put in water, pieces gone. Clay is clay put in water. That easiness is invariable. Avyabhichara swarupam. That easiness only you have to understand as Sat, permanently existent principle, whereas this world is impermanently existent. It is only a product. World is a product, Brahman is the cause. We introduce. First we say world is karyam, created by God. World is created by God. Body is created by God. All these are products. We introduce. We means Shastra introduce. Every teacher of Vedanta teaches. Once we introduce the world as the product of Upanishad itself, use the word. Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutah. All this creation is introduced as products. The entire universe is panchabhautikam product. Now we give the status, Karanatvam status to Brahman. I am giving Drashtanta now. Drishtanta over part. Drashtanta is world is Karyam. Karyam of whom? What is the cause of this world product? The cause is Brahman. Brahman is the cause. Now we have given causal status to Brahman. Okay? Brahman is the cause. Karanam Brahma asti. In Brahma Sutra, the sutra starts like Janmadhyasya yataha. That Brahman causal status we have given. This is all teaching methodology. Afterwards, in third step, what we do? World product cannot exist separate from its cause, that is Brahman. Therefore, world is another name, Vacharambanam, Vikaro Namadheyam, Brahma eva Satyam. Aitadatnyamidagam sarvam, Tat Satyam, Tattvamasi Shvetaketo, Mahavakya. So, Sadeva Somi Idamagra Asit, Upanishad introduces Sat alone was there, is there, ever will be there in Abhyavichara Swarupam. All the 3 periods of time it exists. Once we introduce the causal status for Brahman, Brahman is the cause of this universe, universe is the product, Nama, Rupa, Karma, Prapancham. Everything is a product. Product cannot exist separate from the cause. Therefore, Brahman alone is Satyam. Because if it is unreal, just as pot is unreal, clay alone Satyam, like that you have to understand now. World is Mithya, Karyatvat, Ghatavat, Jagat, Mithya, Jagan Mithya, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya. In that statement, Jagat Mithya, Karyatvat. Whole Jagat is in my hand now. Like that, okay? Jagat Mithya, Karyatvat, Ghatavat. Yat karyam tat mithya. Because it is a vikara, changing. It is not satyam. Once you remove the satyatvam in the world, jagat mithya karyatvat, because karyam is nothing but karanam. Karanam is Brahman. Once karyam, jagat is falsified, where is the karanatvam status of Brahman? Then we take out the karanatvam status from Brahman also. Brahman is akaranam. Really speaking, Brahman is not karanam. Brahman is not karanam. Atma or Brahman is not karanam. Akaranam Brahma. That we establish. So first we introduce karyam. Then we introduce for that sake karanam. And afterwards we falsify the karyam, jagat. Then we take out the karana status from Brahman. What remains? Aitadatmyam idagum sarvam. Atma alone is there, sarvam, Atma only. Tat satyam. That alone is satyam. That alone is permanently existent. World is temporarily appearing. Impermanently existent. Mithya vastu. Asataha, jagataha, bhavaha, permanent existence, na vidyate. Then what exists in it comes shunyam? No, it is not a shunyam. Tat satyam, what is that satya vastu? Tat tvamasi. You are that. You are that. Therefore, don't say it is shunyam. You are that. Aitadatmyam idagam sarvam tat satyam tattvamasi Shvetaketu. Oh Shvetaketu, you are that satyam Atma. Asataha bhavaha na vidyate means jagat mithya. Sataha abhavaha na vidyate means Brahman is satya. So Brahma satyam jagan mithya. Now aikyam aitadatmyam idagam sarvam tattvamasi aikyam. So I, the Atma alone, am everything. Even God, if I say God is separate from me, that God is also come under mithya, vyavaharika. If that Vishnu or Shiva, if that God, if you look at that God as existence principle, Brahman, that God is real. If you take only that form, sopadhikam Brahma, Rupena, Shiva, Vishnu, any form is only Vyavaharika Satyam, impermanently existent. You want such God or permanently existent God you want? Permanently existent God is easiness. Nirupadhikam Brahma. Nirakaram Brahma. So Sakara to Nirakara, then that God is very much happily we accept. That is why Aham Brahma Asmi. God is not separate from me. Then that God is real. What is the shloka fully? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. I, the Jiva alone, am Brahma Eva. Tyajet Ajnana Nirmalyam. Remove your ignorance. Ajnana Nirmalyam Tyajet. Soham Bhavena Pujayet. Worship God. If at all you want to worship God, Soham Bhavena. Saha Paramatma Ahameva Asmi. This is the ultimate, final, real worship. That is the fundamental teaching of Vedanta. This is the truth, the only truth revealed by our scriptures. Finally, all this karma kanda, upasana kanda only to bring you to this highest, ultimate, penultimate truth. So therefore, Shastra is expecting us to rise from our ignorance. Tyajet ajnana nirmalyam. How long you hold on to this ajnanam? By so many varieties of prakriyas, Shastra is talking. So whole world is mithya. Once it is falsified mithya, Brahman is not karanam of the world, because world is not there. How can I say Brahman is karanam? I, the Brahman, my real nature is Brahman nature, Sat Chit nature. Only this is a temporary appearance. Then how can Sat, real permanent existence and impermanent Asat coexist? Question. Purvapakshi raise a question. How permanent existence and impermanent mithya vastu Asat can coexist? How is it possible? Asat is unreal, non-existent, you are telling, and Sat is real, permanently existing entity, you are telling. One is Anatma, one is Atma. How they can coexist? They can happily coexist. Just as the waker and dreamer coexist or not. When I, the waker, go to sleep, become a dreamer. Where dreamer existing? Dreamer is real. Dreamer is pratibhasika satyam, unreal. And waker is vyavaharika satyam. Both are happily coexisting. Why not? They can coexist only under one condition. That is, one is vyavaharika satyam, one is pratibhasika satyam. Dreamer is pratibhasika satyam, waker is vyavaharika satyam. Satta bhedena, because two different orders of reality, they can coexist. Sand and water, mirage water, can coexist. Happily they can coexist. Like that here also, world, vyavaharika satyam, nama rupa prapancha, the body mind complex also, and I, the Brahman, Paramarthika Satyam, can happily coexist. I, the Paramarthika Sat, and body-mind complex, or world Nama Rupa, Asat, impermanently existing, Mithya Asat. This is Mithya Asat, Tuchya Asat. We are not talking about Tuchya Asat because it is absolutely non-existent. Our problem is with only this mithya asat. That is only dealt here. So this mithya asat cannot disturb me. Up to here, only technicality of the teaching is over. Now, what is the practicality? Practicality is once I know really anayoho, ubhayoho, clearly sadbuddhi, asadbuddhi. Further analysis is done. What is that? Sadbuddhi. Whenever I show any experience, whenever we have experience, there are three. Ghata, pot is there, Vishayaha. Then Vishaya, Anubhava, Vishaya, that is attribute. What pot? Small pot, big pot. That Visheshanam. So the Vishaya and Vishaya's attribute, both at a time simultaneously we experience. Sadbuddhi. Sadbuddhi means pot is there. Vishaya buddhi, Vishaya satta buddhi, Vishaya anubhava buddhi. Anubhava means here buddhi. Acharya used that word. Buddhi means anubhava. Morning onwards till night, what we are having? Only anubhava, anubhava, anubhava. Breakfast anubhava, lunch anubhava, dinner anubhava, and song anubhava, some serial anubhava. Every anubhava, there are first Vishaya is also there, and its attributes are also there. That anubhava is also there. Satta is also there. So that Vishaya must be existent Vishaya to have anubhava, to have that knowledge of pot. I am having experience of pot, existent pot or non-existent pot. Even the clay is appearing in the form of pot, I am experiencing the pot. I am experiencing the clay which is in the pot form. Existent one or non-existent one? Existent pot is there. That pot Vishaya, and that is asat buddhi, asat anubhava, asat buddhi, that is. And easiness is sadbuddhi, because it is avyabhichara swarupa. If pot goes away, clay is, easiness continues. That easiness continues, clip is, easiness continues. Vishaya is vyavartakam. Vishaya is variable, but easiness is not variable. Black pen is there, three words, no? Pen is, clip is, pot is. But easiness is continuously there. It is not vyavartakam. It is not variable. That is why it is satyam, non-variable. But pot is not pen, pen is not clip, clip is not pot. Variable. Whatever is vyavartakam, variable, it is mithya. This is the law. Whatever is vyavartakam, it is impermanently existent, mithya vastu. Only for vyavaharikam, temporarily it comes and goes. But easiness, I, the Atma, who is in the form of easiness, sadatma rupena, that is called sadbuddhi. Sadbuddhi means satta anubhava. That satta is satyam. Satta of what? Pot, pen, clip, mithya. Nama rupam is mithya. Satta is satyam. That satta happens to be myself. So satta buddhi, buddhi means anubhava. I, the experiencer, am. Consciousness principle. Satta, I, the consciousness principle. So the consciousness principle I am an existent entity or non-existent? Who is conscious of what? Existent person or non-existent person? Existent. So I am, when I say amness, belongs to easiness. I am conscious of. So conscious being presupposes existence. An existent entity in this body-mind complex is consciousness entity. But in outside Namarupa Prapancha, this consciousness is not manifesting. But consciousness is there, but Sukshma Sariram is not there in inert objects. Therefore, there is a consciousness is not manifesting. But here, In this body mind complex, consciousness is manifesting. You are all listening to my class, observing and understanding the points because you are conscious of my words. You are a conscious being. To be conscious of my words, you are an existent entity. A non-existent person is conscious of my words or existent person? You are all sitting from 9 o'clock to 10:30. Swami is going to talk about Grandhi Shlokas. You are all existent principles. That is why that I am is Avyabhichara Swarupam. Continuously there. I am. Easiness continuously will be there in Prapancha. And Nama Rupas are changing. They have gradation, they have change. Therefore, Vishaya Buddhi is Asat. Vishaya Anubhava also changing. One Vishaya Anubhava, Part Anubhava, Clip Anubhava. Part Anubhava is not Clip Anubhava, Clip Anubhava is not Pen Anubhava. Pen Anubhava is different, Pen knowledge is different, Part knowledge is different, Clip knowledge is different. So Anubhava is also Asat Buddhi. It is also asat, unreal. Vishaya is also unreal. Its anubhava is also unreal. Once Vishaya is unreal, its anubhava can be real. That is why Acharya used the word asat buddhi, mithya. Then what is sat buddhi? Sat anubhava. What is that easiness is sat buddhi. That is real anubhava. That is satyam. Pen is, that easiness is satta buddhi, sad buddhi. Clip is, easiness is sad buddhi. That is real. Similarly, whole world is like this part, pen. How many can I hold? Only 2-3 things I can hold. Not whole world I can hold in my hand. You have to hold in your buddhi. Whole world is nothing but nama, rupa, prapancha. Prakarshena panchavidha prapanchaha. That which is made out of 5 elements with the 3 gunas. But further it is explained. Now sadbuddhi is satyam. Asad buddhi, Vishaya Anubhava buddhi is asat. Vishaya Anubhava and Vishaya is mithya. Vishaya Anubhava is also mithya. Therefore it is asat Anubhava. It is unreal. World is asat buddhi. World anubhava is asat buddhi. Asat anubhava, unreal experience it is. It is not real. Temporarily you are experienced. At all, if at all you are experiencing temporarily, impermanently, seemingly, and it appears as though real. For whom? Not for Tattvadarshibhi. Not for a Tattvadarshi, only for ignorant person. Those who never attend, Vedanta classes, who never have knowledge of this nasato vidyate bhavaha, nabhavo vidyate satah, anayoho ubhayoho, atma anatmanoho, sadasadoho, sat asatoho, nirnayaha, clearly seeing asat as asat, sat as sat. That sat happens to be myself. Tattvamasi Shveta Keto Shastra says. This is called practicality. Since I am ever existing principle, Sat, no insecurity, no unhappiness, no worry, anxiety. This is called practicality. This is called benefit of the Shastra study. Because body is asat, body anubhava is also asat buddhi. Jagat anubhava, jagat vishaya is asat buddhi, and jagat anubhava also asat buddhi, because changing all the time. But that easiness is not changing. That is called sat buddhi. Therefore, body, mind, complex also included in mithya jagat. They all come and go, appear in me, and they disappear. When I use this word, immediately you remember Mayeva Sakalam Jatam. All of you know that mantra. Mayyeva sakalam jatam, Mayi sarvam pratishthitam. But in spite of this understanding also, body level, there are fluctuations, there are gradations, there are emotions bound to be there, but they cannot afflict me. They cannot touch me. They cannot cause any disturbance in me. That is the benefit of studying this Shastra. Now let us come. How this is concealed? Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Satya alone is real. And why it is concealed? When I look at the world, I am not seeing the Sat. I am seeing only Jagat Nama Rupa Prapancha. Words, people talking, sounds, all types of forms. I am seeing Sat. I am not seeing Sat. You cannot see. Sat you understand. This Nama Rupa is visible, perceptible. Through perceptible Nama Rupa, you understand, you discern to know that easiness, in the objects, the aminess in here in this body mind complex are both are one and the same. One and the same. Let us see now next how this concealment happens. Concealment. Avarana. Why people are all not knowing this? What I'm talking from past 1 hour, more than 1 hour. Why people are not knowing this? Because of, again we'll go to next example, another example, good old example, Rajju Sarpa. If Rajju I know fully, there is no ignorance of rope, there is no problem. Rajju, if I see as it is, rope as it is, no problem. And nothing I see, if it's fully dark also, I don't see anything, no problem. But when there is a problem, the problem is when I look at something is there, I am Sarpaha. In the place of Rajju, I mistook that as a Sarpaha. That's why I am Sarpaha, I said. Instead of saying I am Rajju. This is rope. What I say, because of my mistake, I mistook means what? I missed the rope and took the snake. It as snake. Rope as snake. Then it appears to me as snake only. As long as I see snake, rope cannot be seen. As long as I see it as a snake, therefore I am Amsha is not concealed, or Idam Amsha is not concealed. Every experience, it is a mixture. Every experience is a mixture. Sadamsha and Vishaya Amsha. Sadamsha, Visheshamsha, Samanya Amsha. That my example of a rope snake. So it looks like a rope, snake. This snake, rope Amsha, Idam Amsha. This is. What this is? It looks like a snake, Swamini. It's snake only. So, idam, this is not covered. Samanya Amsha is not covered. That Visesha Amsha, Rajju Amsha is covered because of semi-darkness. Sarpa Amsha is seeing, and Vishesha Amsha, Satya Amsha is what? Rajju Amsha. That is covered. This is an example. Similarly, Jagat, when I see world is correct. Instead of saying Brahman is in the world form, Brahmatvam, Brahman, instead of saying that, we say what? World is. In the place of rope, you have taken it as snake. Like that, in the place of Brahman, this is correct. Up to there, Samanya Amsha, no problem. What is this? This is. What is this? Shariram, Jagat. This is world, Jagat. No. It is Brahman. You have mistaken Brahman as world. Then why I am seeing world? No, Brahman alone you are seeing in the form of world. World is only an appearance. It doesn't have its own existence of its own. It is paratantram. Whatever is paratantram, it doesn't have existence of its own. Therefore, world is depending upon Brahman. Brahman is Satyam. I the Atma, I tadathyam idagum sarvam tat Satyam. I the Atma am Satyam, either in this body or in other body, in different bodies. I am Satyam. Jagat Vyavaharikam. Ishvara Vyavaharikam. Let us enjoy entertainment. This is practical benefit. Viveki, Jnani, the whole world is an entertainment. Enjoy the world. See, it is my vibhuti. I, the Atma, appearing in many forms, many objects, in the form of Sadamsha, Chidamsha. I am only manifesting. They're all changing. See the changes happening around. That Jnani enjoys, revels. Atmanyevatmana tushtaha. That we are going to see in the evening. Another sloka, Grandhi sloka comes in Sthita Prajna Lakshanas. So the Atman nature is here Nityaha, Asangaha, Sarvagataha, Aprameyaha, Akarta, Abhokta, Aham, Atma, Sarvada, Asmi, Asit, Asmi, Bhavami. I was there, I am there, I ever will be there as Satchit Ananda. In me, Satchit Anandam Brahma Swarupam in me, all names and forms are like bubbles coming in me, in the ocean of Atman, ocean in me. All names and forms are like waves, bubbles, appear and disappear. And first listening this and assimilating this, abiding in this truth. That is called Jivan Mukti. That is called liberation. That is called moksha. Therefore, Guru is required, Shastra is required, Mahavagya is required. Without this, there is no possibility of this Brahma Jnanam or moksha. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna in the 16th verse, he is beautifully presenting that Chandogya Vakyam Atma never have any non-existence, and Anatma Jagat Mithya Asat never have existence. Nasato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sataha. Now let us come to the last and final word, Tattvadarshibhihi. What is Tattvam? Shankaracharya ingeniously present this Tattvam word. Very, very ingenious way of presentation. Normally, Tattvamasi, Mahavakya, Tat, Tvam, Asi is different. 3 words they are. Tattvamasi. We are not talking about that Tattvam here. In Tattvadarshibihi, Tattvam is not that Tattvam of Mahavakya. Then what it is? This is, Tattvam means, it is an abstract noun. Tat, that. Okay, forget about Mahavakya Tattvamasi. That Tattvam is different from this Tattvadarshibihi Tattvam. This Tattvam, this is in the shloka only, second line. Drishtaha Tattvadarshibihi is there. That Tattvam, that Tat is that, meaning Tat means that. The Tvam is called, in English we call it as abstract noun, ness. Ness, abstract noun. Table-ness, tree-ness, gotvam, manushyatvam, vrikshatvam. Like that, that is abstract noun. For that suffix is added, tvam, tattvam. That means what? Thatness. Thatness. Thatness means what? What is the ness? Whose ness? This, that. That is abstract noun. A pronoun, it refers to all nouns. A pronoun is that which is for all nouns, used for all nouns. All nouns are included. Sarvanama Shabda. Thatness. Thatness is called Brahman. Where it is said, Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, Om Tat Saditi Nirdeshaha Brahmanastrividha Smritaha. Tat is another name for Brahman. Tattvam, thatness. Brahmatvam, thatness. So Tattva Darshibihi means the people who knows Antaha Nirnayaha, done by those wise people who knows the reality, knows the thatness of that Brahman. Thatness of that Brahman means Brahmatva as their real nature. Om Tat Sat iti Nirdeshaha. Om Tat Sat. Sat is also Brahman. Om is also Brahman. Tat is also Brahman. That is called Tattvam. Therefore, once we understand this Tattvam, which is not in Mahavakya, this Tattvam is thatness, abstract noun. About this Tattva Darshibihi, by those wise people, those who have understood Sat, Sat, Asat clearly, Sadasadoho, Anayoho, Ubayoho, Nirnayaha, Drishtaha. That is why one person asked me, Swamini, can you explain this shloka? Once he came to my class, only once he came and asked me, can you explain to me this Nasato Vidyate Bhavaha in 3 minutes? 2 minutes. 20 years you have to study, not 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But I didn't tell him. So the time is not sufficient to explain that. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, how can you understand this? Nasato Vidyate Bhavaha Grandhi Sloka. Especially this sloka is only for advanced students. Junior students cannot understand this sloka. Even senior students understand doubtful. So that is why Vyasacharya said, Shuko vete, aham vedmi Shuko veti, Sanjayo veti va navana. I know meaning of these Grandhi slokas, and Shuka, my son, knows, and perhaps Sanjay also knows. Of course, all Vedanta teachers also knows. How they know? Because of lot of tapas in that Shastra. They have to dwell in that Shastra. Everyone. There is no any other shortcut route and all here. You cannot straight away listen to Grandhi Sloka, I can understand. Never. You can never. You may listen to that, many people may talk, but you can never assimilate unless you go through the proper methodology of teaching. Therefore, this is about nasato vidyate bhavaha na bhavo vidyate sataha ubhayorapi drishtontaha anayoho tattvadarshibhi. Beautiful grandhi shloka. I hope I have completed all the points about this Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Instead of saying Brahma Satyam, now concluding words, what I have to say, Aham Satyam. Replace that word, Brahman is Satyam. How long you are going to say? Aham Satyam. Even Jagat Mithya also, it is only for junior students' sake we use that word, not for senior students. Jagat Mithya also for teaching purpose. We use that word for some time. Jagat hai hi nahi. It is not there. It is as good as non-existent. Therefore, ekameva advitiyam. It is uncountable. Anatma is uncountable. It cannot be counted. So, Jagat Mithya also taken out. What is that? Only one non-dual Brahman, Aham Eva Asmi. That is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Sataha abhavaha na vidyate, asataha jagataha bhavaha na vidyate. Really speaking, whoever knows, they are all wise people, great jnanis, they are all in our country now, everywhere. Such jnanis are giving lot of knowledge through our scriptures. That's why our literature is the literature. Knowledge is the knowledge in the world. Nowhere it is available. In Bhagavad Gita, this is one of the shloka, Granthi shloka, second chapter, Sankhya Yoga, and Atma Swarupam, where Krishna is talking. So with this, I conclude this shloka, and another shloka we will see in the evening session. I will conclude with the prayer. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. If you have any questions, you can ask anyone. You can raise questions.
Yes, Mataji. And Mataji, you have comprehensively put the entire teaching of Vedanta in one single session. It was wonderful listening to you. Viewers, if you have any question, please post them. Now, Mataji will be taking up. Otherwise, we can conclude this session, and if they have, they can take it up in the evening also.
Questions you can ask in the evening also, tomorrow also, anytime you can prepare and send the questions. Are welcome.
Yes, Mataji. I think we don't see any response from the audience as of now. Maybe they can ask in the evening. With this, we will conclude this session. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Hari Om.